Another Crave TV6 exclusive.
All right, so what was it like growing up in Vanderveer?
Vanderveer. Well, Veer is like, Veer is like his own world. Veer could be like its own borough in my opinion, because here it is. You have, for it to be a Flatbush estates, not a projects, for it to be a Flatbush based, complex like that is like super diverse, man. When I mean diverse, Flatbush is diverse mainly on the West Indian tip, but you have a lot of Americans there. You even had like a couple white dudes running around here and there. You know what I mean? You had like it was like West Indies meets America. You feel me?
Yeah.
And they even had little tips back in the days from when I heard from my older homies out of Veer, And basically, man, Veer was like, everybody was like family. Nobody wasn't coming in Veer doing anything in Veer. From what I noticed, it wasn't no side street, back blocks, nobody coming from Canarsie, nobody coming from
TV6.
Crown Heights, Star, nowhere. You know what I mean? It wasn't nobody coming to Veer about no business, man. Because the terrain is like it's like none other. You know what I mean? The terrain is like it's really hard to get out of certain certain courts. It's hard to get out. It's one way in, one way out, with the exception of Front Page. But even with Front Page, man, dudes had like all corners. Well, you have to come all the way in Front Page to really get busy, man. Unless you want to do a drive-by down Foster, and you're gonna run into that light, and it's gonna be a problem. But it was real like tight knit,
So Vanderveer, in other words, in your time, was family oriented.
Yeah, it was basically family oriented. It's like everybody know everybody. This person family know this person family. Like really and truly, like my family was in Veer before I started really like living in Veer, like you know what I mean, on a day-to-day basis. I always just come to Veer, see my family. Even back in the days when I was in high school in Sheepshead, we used to go on Sunshine Court. I used to meet up with my homeboy Changa from Sunshine, and the whole school would just come over there and we'll smoke. You know what I mean? And they'll allow us in there off the strength of Changa. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because originally, a lot of people don't know this, man, but I'm originally Brooklyn-based. I'm originally out of 49th in Church by Superpowers.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? That's where I'm originally from. I'm originally from 49th and Church. You know what I mean? But you would have people to come and say, yo, man, Bizz from the 90s, Bizz from Veer, Bizz from Parkside, because those were like the places that I really like made a lot of noise in. Dig what I'm saying? But really and truly, I was over Church Ave in 49th.
Nice, okay. What would you tell somebody about Flatbush from the other side of the world?
Shit, man, it's like its own world. It's like Flatbush is like, there's no other place like Flatbush, man. Flatbush, what do you know where you can meet a Chinese person that, you know what I mean? Well, I can't, because, where will you go where you can meet an Arab dude in the corner store that'll curse you out in Jamaican? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody in Flatbush knows like you see Major Hype? Major Hype just put it out there, man. But it's damn near everybody from Flatbush can talk every Caribbean slang, every Caribbean lingo, every Caribbean tongue. You feel me? Because that's what Flatbush is. It's a Caribbean melting pot.
Nice. TV6.
So why you think Flatbush is that the reason you think Flatbush is so influential on New York City?
I would think so, because when there's a difference, people attract to what's different. You understand what I'm saying? It's like you can going to like Rikers Island back in the days, man. If you was from Flatbush, they know you was something different from every other borough. The only borough that I feel came closest to Flatbush back in the days was Crown Heights. You know what I mean? Being at the border right there on Rutland. And, you know, Flatbush tends to leak over into Crown Heights. It leaks over into Brownsville as well, but I'm talking about as far as the majority of Crown Heights had the closest resemblance to Flatbush, you know? But I just think, you know, people attract to us, man. You know, we different. We outside the norm. We got a culture in Flatbush that nobody else had, you know? And that was the diversity.
So what would you? How did you like the parties in Flatbush? Like, what was the party like in Flatbush?
Ooh, oh man, oh man. I gotta say for my aspect, because you know I was in a lot of other things. You dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The parties in Flatbush it basically goes with what I've been saying. You know, you would have your hip hop segment, then you would have your reggae segment. Whereas in other parts of the borough, there'd probably predominantly be, you know, probably some Latin music down in Coney Island and hip hop, you know, Sunset, some Latin music with some hip hop, you know, Bed-Stuy, some hip hop with one token, you know, reggae song that's been playing on the radio like a Shabba Ranks or a Buju Banton. You understand what I'm saying? But Flatbush parties was like, you know, basement parties, Dollaramas. You know, when you go up in there, you see motherfucking blowtorches. You see niggas with their mama hairspray in their hand and a lighter, blowing fire in the middle of the fucking club. Like, nigga, you don't see shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? In other places. The first time I went to Biltmore Hall, because I call Biltmore in the ass end, right? The first time I went to Biltmore, it was a clash with Addie's and what I say might have been Black Cat. Outside, it was no male line, female line. It was just like jam-packed. Man, when I went in that motherfucker, when I finally got in there, because, you know, them in Flatbush parties is whoever pushed and could get to the front the quickest is who getting it.
Ain't that a fact?
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It ain't no order. It ain't no, you know, I don't give a fuck what a motherfucker say. It ain't until Pan and them started doing the security by the dome and shit like that where dudes was in line. Because, you know, he had them big-ass dogs and he had them hammers out there. And if you go crazy, you're going to get shook by a Rottweiler or pit. You know what I mean? But Biltmore days, it was more like bum rush, nigga. My nigga D used to be, my nigga Rod used to pull a gun out, shoot in the air. Niggas was going under his arm, man. Because they was trying to get in there to see Monteron. They was trying to get in there to see Babyface. You know, they was trying to get in there to see Lee Major and these sounds. You know, it was a big-ass fad as far as this sound system versus this sound system, which came from the Caribbean as well, you know. But they came, and, you know, when you went in there, you seeing everybody face screwed up. You see the bitches with their hair looking all styled up, dancing on their motherfucking heads, splits, and you know, niggas is popping champagne from back then. You know, it was White Star. You know, niggas was drinking little Baby Shams, and Alizé came in. All the drinks from back in the days, man. It was about bottles and been about bottles, you know. But some dudes was just in the corner chilling with their little hammers on them and they little Heinekens and Guinness and, you know, smoking their weed
and doing what they do. So
doing
what sound?
What they do, waiting to hear the newest Bounty Killer. You hear me? Or the newest Beanie Man.
So what sound? So what sound would you say is the baddest sound coming out of Flatbush?
Out of Flatbush. All right, you say Flatbush because, you know, I'm kind of biased. You know, we had our little UK thing going on back in the days, and, you know, Addie's. You know, Addie's was our sound. You know what I mean? We was the Addie's entourage, and the entourage for, you know, a Flatbush sound Earth Ruler was the Flatbush Fully Kids. You dig what I'm saying? Which led to other things later on in the game, you know what I mean? Amongst UK and, you know, Flatbush Pulley Kids. You dig what I'm saying? But it's crazy because everybody is cool as hell right now. You know, we just laugh about it like, yeah, we was kids back then, you know what I mean? But, you know, when we were kids, you know, it got ugly. Behind Flatbush, behind the Earth Ruler and Addie's shit, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's like the Yankees and the Red Sox.
Yeah.
You understand me? That's what was going on in Flatbush, you know what I mean? But
TV6.
Yeah, man. You know, the biggest sound I would say coming out of Flatbush at that time was Earth Ruler LP.